The Cherokee tribes are one of the most prominent Native American groups in the United States. With a rich cultural heritage and a turbulent history, the origin of the Cherokee people is a fascinating story that takes us back thousands of years. In this article, we will delve into the ancient roots of the Cherokee tribes, exploring their migration, settlement, and development as a distinct indigenous community. The Cherokee people, known as Jalagi in their native language, have inhabited the southeastern region of North America for centuries. According to historical and archaeological evidence, they are believed to have originated in the Great Lakes region, in present-day New York and Ontario, Canada. It is thought that the Cherokee, along with other Iroquoian-speaking tribes, began migrating southward around 1000 CE due to growing conflicts and pressure from other tribes. The Cherokee tribe is one of the most prominent Native American tribes in the United States. Their migration and settlement history is a complex narrative of resilience, adaptation, and struggle. Understanding the journey of the Cherokee people sheds light on their rich cultural heritage and their enduring presence in American society. The Cherokee tribe originally inhabited the southeastern region of the United States, primarily in present-day Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina, and South Carolina. They were part of the larger Iroquoian language family and had a distinct culture and societal structure. The first recorded contact between Europeans and the Cherokee took place in the late 16th century. Initially, the Cherokee were open to trade and interaction with the European settlers, particularly the British. However, as the European presence grew, conflicts arose over land and resources, leading to tensions between the tribes and the settlers. In the early 19th century, the United States government initiated a policy of Indian removal, seeking to relocate Native American tribes to lands west of the Mississippi River. This policy was driven by the desire for more fertile lands and access to valuable resources. The Cherokee, among other tribes, were forced to leave their ancestral lands and embark on a treacherous journey known as the Trail of Tears. The Trail of Tears refers to the forced removal of the Cherokee people from their homelands in the southeastern United States to the Indian Territory, which is present-day Oklahoma. The journey was marked by extreme hardships, including harsh weather conditions, disease, and inadequate provisions. Thousands of Cherokee people lost their lives during this forced relocation, making it a tragic and devastating chapter in their history. Despite the immense challenges they faced, the Cherokee people gradually adapted to their new surroundings in the Indian Territory. They established a government, schools, and businesses, and worked to preserve their cultural traditions. The Cherokee Nation even developed a constitution and became one of the first Native American tribes to establish a written legal system. In the late 20th century, the Cherokee people saw a resurgence in their cultural identity and political autonomy. The federal government recognized the Cherokee Nation as a sovereign entity, and the tribe has played an active role in advocating for Native American rights and preserving their heritage. Today, the Cherokee people continue to thrive in various parts of the United States. They have preserved their language, art, music, and traditional practices, ensuring that future generations can carry forward their rich cultural legacy. The Cherokee Nation has also made significant contributions to society, particularly in the fields of education, healthcare, and environmental stewardship. The migration and settlement of the Cherokee tribe is a testament to their resilience and determination to preserve their way of life. Despite the challenges they faced, the Cherokee people continue to be an integral part of American history and culture, reminding us of the importance of honoring and respecting the diverse indigenous nations that have shaped the nation we know today. As the Cherokee tribe settled in the southeastern region, Cherokee tribe is one of the indigenous peoples of the United States with a rich history that spans thousands of years. From their ancient origins to their contemporary cultural practices, the Cherokee people have experienced various stages of development, influenced by their environment, historical events, and interactions with other tribes and settlers. This article will delve into the cultural development of the Cherokee tribe, highlighting key aspects that have shaped their unique identity. Ancient origins and pre-European contact. The Cherokee people have inhabited the southeastern region of North America for centuries. According to anthropologists, they are believed to have migrated from the Great Lakes area around 1000 AD. Over time, they developed a sophisticated agricultural society, cultivating crops such as corn, beans, and squash. Their villages were centered around communal structures, and they lived in harmony with the land, utilizing its resources wisely. Interactions with European settlers. Contact with European settlers, particularly during the 16th and 17th centuries, had a profound impact on the Cherokee tribe. Initially, the Cherokees maintained peaceful trade relations with Europeans, exchanging goods and knowledge. However, as European colonization intensified, conflicts arose. The Cherokees faced forced removal from their ancestral lands, resulting in displacement and loss of cultural heritage. Trail of Tears and Cultural Resilience. One of the darkest chapters in Cherokee history is the Trail of Tears, which took place in the 1830s. The Indian Removal Act of 1830 led to the forced relocation of thousands of Cherokees from their homeland to reservations in present-day Oklahoma. This traumatic event resulted in the loss of many lives and had a profound impact on Cherokee culture. Despite the hardships, the Cherokee people demonstrated great resilience, managing to preserve their language, traditions, and cultural practices. Language and cultural revival. One of the most significant aspects of Cherokee cultural development is the preservation and revival of their language. The Cherokee language, which belongs to the Iroquoian language family, was in danger of extinction due to the forced assimilation policies of the past. However, efforts by the Cherokee Nation and dedicated individuals have led to a resurgence of interest in the language. Schools, immersion programs, and community initiatives now aim to teach the language to younger generations, ensuring its continuity. Traditional practices and art forms. The Cherokee tribe has a rich artistic and cultural heritage that includes various traditional practices and art forms. Basketry, pottery, beadwork, and wood carving are some of the traditional crafts that have been passed down through generations. Additionally, storytelling, music, and dance play a vital role in preserving Cherokee cultural identity and history. These art forms continue to be celebrated and showcased at cultural events and festivals. Conclusion. The cultural development of the Cherokee tribe is a testament to their resilience and determination to preserve their heritage. From their ancient agricultural society to their struggles in survival through colonization and forced relocation, the Cherokees have managed to maintain their unique cultural identity. Today, efforts to revitalize their language and preserve traditional practices ensure that future generations will continue to celebrate and honor their rich cultural heritage. The arrival of European settlers in the 16th century brought significant changes to the Cherokee way of life. The interaction between the Cherokee tribes and European settlers is a significant chapter in the history of Native American-European relations. It began in the early 16th century, when Spanish explorers first arrived in the southeastern part of what is now the United States. Over time, various European powers, including the French and the British, also established contact with the Cherokee tribes. The Cherokee people, who referred to themselves as the Anaivwia, were one of the largest and most powerful Native American tribes in the southeastern region. They inhabited a vast territory that spanned parts of present-day North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, and Alabama. Prior to European contact, the Cherokee had a well-developed society with a complex political structure, agricultural practices, and a rich cultural heritage. The initial interactions between the Cherokee and European settlers were largely peaceful. The Cherokee recognized the potential benefits of trade and diplomacy with the newcomers. They established friendly relations with the European powers, engaging in trade for goods such as firearms, metal tools, and textiles. In return, the Cherokee provided deerskins, furs, and other valuable resources. However, as European settlements expanded, tensions began to arise. The encroachment of settlers on Cherokee lands and the subsequent loss of territory became a major point of conflict. The British, in particular, sought to expand their control over Cherokee lands through various treaties and land cessions. These actions eventually culminated in the signing of the Treaty of Hopewell in 1785, which established a boundary between Cherokee lands and American settlements. Despite the conflicts and loss of land, the Cherokee tribes continued to adapt and resist. They developed a written language known as the Cherokee syllabary, thanks to the efforts of Sequoyah, a Cherokee silversmith and warrior. This enabled the Cherokee to publish newspapers, books, and a constitution, further strengthening their cultural identity and autonomy. The relationship between the Cherokee tribes and European settlers took a dramatic turn in the early 19th century. The Indian Removal Act of 1830, signed into law by President Andrew Jackson, forced the Cherokee and other southeastern tribes to relocate west of the Mississippi River. This forced removal, known as the Trail of Tears, resulted in the death and suffering of thousands of Cherokee people. Despite the devastating impact of the Trail of Tears, the Cherokee tribe survived and have since flourished. They rebuilt their communities in present-day Oklahoma, where they established a sovereign government and preserved their cultural heritage. In conclusion, the interaction between the Cherokee tribes and European settlers was complex and multifaceted. Initially, trade and diplomacy characterized their relationship, but conflicts over land and the forced removal of the Cherokee ultimately led to immense hardships. Nevertheless, the Cherokee people have demonstrated resilience and strength, preserving their culture and identity to this day. In the early days, Cherokee tribes have a long and complex history that includes conflicts and removal from their ancestral lands. Understanding the reasons behind these conflicts and the subsequent removal is essential to grasp the impact on the Cherokee people and their culture. The conflicts between the Cherokee tribes and European settlers date back to the 16th century when the first Europeans arrived in the southeastern region of North America. Initially, the Cherokee tribes maintained peaceful relationships with the newcomers, engaging in trade and alliances. However, as European settlements expanded, conflicts arose over control of land and resources. The conflicts intensified during the 18th century, when the British and French colonists fought for dominance over North America during the French and Indian War. The Cherokee tribes, like other Native American nations, were caught in the middle of this conflict. They initially sided with the British but later switched alliances to the French as they sought to protect their territories and maintain their sovereignty. After the American Revolution, the newly formed United States government sought to expand westward. This expansion clashed with the interests of the Cherokee tribes, who were determined to retain their lands and way of life. As American settlers encroached upon Cherokee territories, tensions escalated, leading to sporadic conflicts between the two groups. The conflict between the Cherokee tribes and the United States government came to a head with the passing of the Indian Removal Act of 1830. This act, signed into law by President Andrew Jackson, authorized the removal of Native American tribes from their ancestral lands to make way for white settlement. The Cherokee tribes, along with other Native American nations, were forcibly relocated to designated Indian Territory in present-day Oklahoma. The removal of the Cherokee tribes, known as the Trail of Tears, was a devastating event in their history. Thousands of Cherokee people lost their lives during the forced march westward, facing harsh conditions, disease, and starvation. The removal uprooted the Cherokee tribes from their ancestral lands and disrupted their social, cultural, and economic systems. The conflicts and removal of the Cherokee tribes were driven by a combination of factors, including territorial disputes, economic interests, and the expansionist goals of the United States government. These events had a profound and lasting impact on the Cherokee people, resulting in the loss of lives, land, and cultural identity. Today, the Cherokee tribes continue to persevere and maintain their distinct cultural heritage. They have rebuilt their communities in Oklahoma and other areas, striving to preserve their language, traditions, and sovereignty. The conflicts and removal they experienced serve as a reminder of the resilience and strength of the Cherokee people in the face of adversity. Despite the hardships endured throughout their history, the Cherokee people have shown resilience and preservation of their cultural heritage. Today, the Cherokee Nation, based in Oklahoma, is the largest federally recognized tribe in the United States. They have their own government, laws, and institutions, and continue to maintain their unique traditions, language, and customs. The origin of the Cherokee tribes is a testament to their deep connection to the land and their enduring spirit. From their ancient roots in the Great Lakes region to their settlement in the southeastern United States, the Cherokee people have thrived, persevered, and contributed significantly to the cultural tapestry of North America. Recognizing the historical journey of the Cherokee tribes is crucial in understanding and appreciating their rich heritage and ongoing contributions to society.